Hello, dear viewers. My name is Jibola Dabo. Keep watching Mid-Morning Show.
That's wink.
You just have to keep watching the Mid-Morning Show. Especially on the Wednesdays and Thursdays. We always give it to you HOT. And it's Monday once again. Thank you for joining us. I am Adetoke Olaleye. It's a Monday, which means it's the start of the week. No time to waste time. And of course, I'm not alone. I have with me
Ido Shekoni is my name. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the program here on BCOS television. Of course, the program is Mid-Morning Show. On Mondays, we bring you topical issues, discussing things that have to do, are pertinent to our lives, our daily living, whether it's about something economic, social, whatever it is. If it matters, we discuss it right here on the Mid-Morning Show. But we apologize to you that for today, we will not be having a guest for you for different reasons. Okay, our guest could not make it here. So we are going to make sure all the same that you have a swell time. You trust us,
yes,
to do that. Yes, it's a beautiful morning, and I have to say, this is the start of the week, and show the fact that you do not allow the blues of the previous week to weigh you down.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you went through, the reality is you have a clean slate to start, okay? So wipe it clean, and start again.
Wiping it clean sounds really easy, but it's not easy. Having to have a whole week of hustle and the bustle, and the weekend comes.
It's a mental shift.
There's still stress during the weekend. And Sunday night seems to be a night that for many of us, we don't sleep early.
True.
For whatever reasons, we don't sleep early. And when you don't sleep early on a Sunday night, it affects your Monday because you will not want to get out of the bed. So the best thing is, as much as we can have a busy schedule on maybe the weekends, ensure that your Sunday night, you have that fantastic rest so that you feel brighter in the morning, especially on Monday mornings.
And come to talk about rest, you see, I was reading a particular article, and it was talking about the fact that the old blue light from your phone thing.
Yeah, true.
But then the research was saying that if there is a delay, it's not really significant. This is a new research. Saying that it's just a matter of saying, like, you delay your sleep for like 9 minutes.
Really?
But that's really significant.
With the pop-ups that come when you're holding your phone. Trust me, 9 minutes is not. You see, of course, the social media will pop up. One crazy news will come up. So you keep going and going for over 9 minutes, 10 minutes.
The funny thing for me is I discovered that when I sleep early, even when I wake up early, I'm fine. But once I miss those early hours of sleep,
that's the end.
Doesn't matter if I sleep at 2 o'clock and then go all the way to the morning. Well, I wake up feeling tired. So whatever it is,
please let's rest.
What we're saying is find a time to rest. Okay, yes, we know children will have to go to school on Monday morning, but find something. It's about planning. Like you say, it's not easy.
It's not easy,
but I
we
think with
can
planning,
do something.
you can at least reduce that stress. Okay, so that on Monday morning you are hale and hearty and you're raring to go.
And they say that health is wealth. Many times we chase the money, we chase the ambition, we chase the passion, forgetting that the passion that should be on our minds is paying attention to our health. So no matter what we're doing right now, let's make our health a priority for ourselves this week, this month, this year.
Yeah, and talking about health, our first feature this morning is on cervical cancer. So let's see that. And when we return, we'll have a little bit of conversation about that. Don't go anywhere. It's still the Mid-Morning Show.
January is a month of reflection, awareness, and action. Across the world, and here in Nigeria, it is dedicated to shining a light on cervical cancer, a disease that is preventable, detectable, and treatable when caught early, yet continues to claim the lives of thousands of women every year. Cervical cancer does not begin suddenly. It develops slowly, often without symptoms, silently affecting the cervix, the lower part of the uterus that connects to the vagina. For many women, by the time symptoms appear, the disease may already be advanced. This is why awareness, screening, and prevention are not optional, they are life-saving. In Nigeria, cervical cancer is one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths among women. Every statistic represents a mother, a daughter. Cancer is a virus known as the human papillomavirus, or HPV. HPV is extremely common. Most sexually active people, both men and women, will be exposed to it at some point in their lives. In most cases, the body clears the virus on its own. But in some women, certain high-risk strains of HPV persist, leading over time to abnormal cell changes and, eventually, cervical cancer. This is why this year's awareness focus emphasizes prevention first. Prevention begins with education, understanding how cervical cancer develops and knowing that it is not caused by witchcraft, spiritual attack, promiscuity, or poor hygiene. These are myths that have caused fear, stigma, and silence for far too long. Another powerful tool for prevention is the HPV vaccine. Yet, despite its proven effectiveness, the HPV vaccine remains surrounded by misinformation. Some people believe the HPV vaccine causes infertility. This is not true. Extensive global research involving millions of girls and women has shown that the HPV vaccine does not affect fertility. In fact, by preventing cervical cancer, the vaccine protects a woman's ability to live a healthy, productive life. Others fear the vaccine encourages sexual promiscuity. This is also false. The HPV vaccine is a cancer prevention vaccine, not a license for sexual activity. Giving a child the vaccine does not influence moral behavior. It protects health. Just as we vaccinate children against polio or measles, vaccinating against HPV is an act of care, not consent. There are also concerns that the vaccine is unsafe or experimental. Again, this is incorrect. The HPV vaccine has been in use for over a decade, approved by the World Health Organization and health authorities worldwide. It has saved lives across continents. Countries that have achieved high vaccination coverage are already seeing dramatic reductions in cervical cancer cases. In Nigeria, increasing access to and acceptance of the HPV vaccine is a critical step toward eliminating cervical cancer in future generations. But prevention does not end with vaccination. Screening is equally important. Regular cervical screening through pap smears, HPV testing, or visual inspection methods can detect abnormal changes long before they become cancerous. Early detection allows for simple treatment and full recovery. Unfortunately, many Nigerian women do not get screened due to fear, cost, lack of awareness, or cultural barriers. Some believe screening is only necessary when symptoms appear. Others fear a positive result means death. The truth is this: early detection saves lives. Cervical cancer, when found early, is one of the most treatable cancers. Women who are screened regularly are far more likely to survive and thrive. Symptoms such as abnormal vaginal bleeding, bleeding after intercourse, pelvic pain, or unusual discharge should never be ignored. These are not signs of weakness or shame. They are signals to seek medical care. Another harmful myth is that cervical cancer affects only older women. In reality, women of different ages are at risk, especially those who have never been screened. Prevention and screening should not be delayed. This January, awareness is also about breaking silence. We must talk openly about women's health, in homes, schools, religious spaces, markets, and health facilities. Husbands, fathers, community leaders, and policymakers all have a role to play. Cervical cancer is not just a women's issue. It is a family and public health issue. Healthcare workers must continue to provide accurate information with compassion. Communities must support women instead of blaming them. Government and institutions must strengthen access to vaccination, screening, and treatment services, especially in rural and underserved areas. The global vision is clear. Cervical cancer can be eliminated. Elimination does not mean it disappears overnight. It means reducing cases to the point where no woman dies from a disease that can be prevented. For Nigeria, this vision is achievable if awareness leads to action. Action means vaccinating eligible girls. Action means encouraging women to get screened. Action means rejecting myths and embracing science. Action means speaking up, not staying silent. This January, let us remember that cervical cancer is not a death sentence. It is a preventable disease.
Welcome back from that feature, talking about cervical cancer. Yes, it is real, and I like the fact that the realization is that there is a fear. Women don't want to go for tests because of fear, like it's not in our family, it's not our portion, and they don't want to go rejecting it and not going for proper scanning, screening, or even test. And that's the major being. Aside that, lack of awareness. If you ask some people now, do they know anything about cervical cancer? What they know is just the breast cancer. And there are all other types of cancer. So I think we need more awareness on cervical cancer. We need more awareness to make people know that when you go for screening, it's not the end of the world. Fear is not the answer.
No, it's not the answer. And it's a good thing that we have January as the month for awareness, cervical cancer. But then the awareness should go beyond the month of January. Now, this is the reason why we're bringing that to you this morning. Indeed. Now, when we think about it, there are different types of cancer, like you rightly said, but the only one right now we know has a cure is cervical cancer.
Exactly, yeah, so
basically because it's caused by a virus. So, and the virus has been identified and it can be treated. Now, fear, I understand, when you just keep living your life like, you're passing through a fog. You're carefree, no care in the world. And suddenly there is the possibility you're faced with a possibility that you could have this life-threatening ailment. The first response is oftentimes denial. And that's because of fear, like you rightly said. Once you think about it this way, you're afraid of something. The only way you can conquer that thing is to face your fear. Because if you're afraid and that keeps you back from testing, what you realize is that what you could have nipped in the bud becomes a gigantic problem way down the line, costing you more. And then you wish you actually took the test when you should have.
So the best thing is to just take the test, and whatever comes out of it, you face it. So it's better for you to know than not know and claim you know at the same time. So our health should be a priority. It's not something we joke with. We've seen some people, they've seen the signs, they've seen the symptoms, but yet they say it's not it. Then you ask yourself, why?
Yeah, that's a big question.
You spend a whole lot, and at the end of the day, you ask yourself, why?
And come to think about it, when it comes to cervical cancer, I mean, governments, institutions,
we have agencies
have come forward with this vaccine, the HPV vaccine, to prevent. Of course, HPV is the culprit for cervical cancer.
Yeah, but now, there's a prevention.
So you don't even have to wait until you have it.
But now that's another one. A lot of women, a lot of mothers
are
scared of that particular vaccine. Now there's been a whole lot of conspiracy about it. People from diaspora calling in and saying, "Don't take the HPV, it's a means of destroying Africa." There's a whole lot of conspiracy
this one
when it comes to the vaccination.
Some said it's supposed to sterilize anyone who takes it. So you take it, that means okay, your productive
level becomes very low.
Not even just that. It could just take it away entirely. Your productive career, don't hand me that.
So you can see conspiracy, just like it happened with the COVID-19 vaccination. The government, everybody had to come out and say, hey, take the vaccine. Some people today did not take the COVID-19 vaccination.
And the truth of the matter is this. We have to understand that when these vaccines are released, our own healthcare professionals also take a look at them. Don't forget when COVID-19 actually came out, there was this doctor, Happiness or something.
Yeah, she came out and said that there's no big deal.
A whole lot of talk. And he was one of the, he or she was actually at the forefront of even the effort to analyze the virus and see what exactly can be done.
She still says it is not a big deal.
Exactly.
She kept saying we could do this, we could do that.
I think we have to deal with that. I don't know if it's because of the way our system works. There's a lot of distrust. And for that reason, yes, even when awareness goes on and you find healthcare professionals saying that, look, this thing is not a big deal, someone somewhere is suspecting, hey, but truly, there's a point, it's like when someone tells you, I don't trust anyone. And I go like, okay, you don't trust anyone. You need someone.
Nobody will trust you.
You can't live life in isolation. You would have to take the risk at one point or the other. All you can do It's try as much as possible to, look around, take precaution. Okay, don't just jump at chances. You want to know who you're dealing with. I mean, do all those preliminary investigations, I'd say, about people, about the things you want to do. At least take those steps, and you know you've done all you can to protect yourself. And even when it happens, so that you are, hoodwinked, it happens. You know that it's not because you were gullible. You did what you were supposed to do. And it's not, always remember, it's not about you. You are not a bad person here. It's the individual.
That is.
Exactly. So the other person who did the wrong thing is the one who is actually in the wrong.
Don't kill yourself over it.
So please, all we're saying is, do the test, okay? Yeah. Do the test, do the screening, okay? And also help spread the word. HPV vaccine is not harmful. It's not meant to cause sterilization or end your reproductive career. No, it's there to protect you and protect our kids. And our health institutions are all over the place trying to encourage our young girls, our mothers, everyone to get the vaccine. Get vaccinated. It's a preventive, should I say, intervention. Yeah. So you do that and you realize that you have this fear removed. Because you've taken that, the chance of you catching that is very, minimal, or it's like 0 to none.
Yeah.
Okay, so why not just do that? And if you're not in the habit of doing the pap smear and testing, please make it part and parcel of you. Because the truth is, women are very important. You carry a whole lot. In the home, children need you, the husband needs you, daddy needs you, the grandpas and grandma, you're all over the place. When it comes to primary care, it falls, right there on your shoulders.
Yeah.
So as a result, we need our mothers, our women to be active and healthy. So cooperate with us, okay? I mean, do what's best for you so we can have you for a long time.
Long time.
Okay, so let's have this break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still the mid-morning show right here on BCOS television. It's a Monday edition, and we are, talking to you on a wide, array
lot of topics.
Of issues. And we just saw that beautiful quote there, healing not being just a matter of, it's a matter of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay? Not, I remember this quote from Proverbs that says that time and chance, talk about human beings, time and chance happen to them all. So while you work hard and you do this and you do that, do your part, there's also a place of opportunity. So when opportunity comes knocking,
you have to grab it. So when you have the opportunity to check yourself, to ensure that
do that.
You need to check your health, please do it. That's the opportunity you have to stay healthy.
Okay, so the mid-morning show train is moving on from cervical cancer.
And down to the environment now.
To life below
the surface.
What happens below the surface?
And what is even the surface?
Let's find out.
Beneath the shimmer of the sunlit waves, beyond the reach of our footsteps and far from the noise of our world lies another world. A world that breathes, moves, and survives in ways that often go unseen. For most of us, water is just a resource, something to drink, to wash with, or to admire from the shore. But under that reflective skin of blue lies an entire universe of stories. Some are ancient, older than time as we measure it. Others are fragile, clinging to survival in a world changing faster than they can adapt. The descent begins at the surface, where light still dances freely. Here, schools of fish shimmer like living rainbows. Each movement is a conversation, a silent choreography designed for survival. The reefs below them, often called the rainforests of the sea, are alive with color and character. Coral colonies, though rooted in place, build vast underwater cities piece by piece, each tiny polyp contributing to. But while the deep remains undisturbed in many places, the shallows, the regions close